All right, guys, so today we're looking at toggling, adaptive learning, hybrid learning, you being some sort of a magician and being in multiple places at one time. You got 2 classrooms with kids in one, room A and room B, and you potentially have kids who are off campus in a proper hybrid learning situation. Now we're looking at how this iPad can be used to basically work on a couple things that a lot of you have expressed some concerns with. One being a general disjoint between your room A and your room B. And that goes without saying if you have some kids off campus as well. There's a triple disjoint. Some classroom management or just the general anxiety which comes from having 6th graders or other kids in 2 rooms and you don't have your eyes on them at all the time, even if they're little angels. And how to bring in basically more fluidity between you being in room A and you literally toggling between room A and room B and keeping those off-campus kids in sync and bringing them into the class as well, not just so they can hear and they can see what's happening, but that our physical face-to-face kids are aware of their presence and there's more of an exchange between face-to-face and at-home learning as well. So what we're doing is we're going to log in, preferably with HDMI in your room A. You're going to use your Zoom with your school account in that room A. Zoom will allow a singular account to be logged into 3 different devices as long as those devices are different. So you'll be logged into a computer, PC, a tablet, which is for us today an iPad, and you could potentially be logged in with your phone and using that as some sort of document cam as well. So 1 account, 1 school Zoom education plan account, logged in with, in this case, 2 different devices. So you're in your room A with your computer and HDMI, that's going to the projector, and we're using some external speakers as well to get a better audio set up. You were zooming there, that's literally what's on the screen, and your kids who are at home are going to pop up there, be it in speaker or gallery or however you choose. You're going to log in, and I'll show you how that looks in a second here, with the iPad, using an iPad dongle, the same feature with HDMI to dongle to iPad, using equally the external speakers, the ones that are mounted on the wall. And that's going to be projected on the screen for the kids in room B. So we're going to have in both room A and room B at the same time. We're going to see classroom kids there and classroom kids there, and at home kids are going to be on both at the same time. So it's a way to sort of combine all 3 locations in a little bit more effective and maybe efficient fashion. So you will connect with your computer, your Mac, or your PC, whatever you have in your A room. You're going to connect directly with HDMI to your projector, and this is where you're going to initiate the Zoom call. Using your channels, you'll go to Contacts. This is the default. You click on your channels. I created this test iPad for these tutorials. I will click on Meet with Video. That will open up. In your settings, over here, once again, very important, you want to copy invite link when starting a meeting. And what that does is it automatically gives me a link. So once I hit meet with video, I have the link to that specific channel call. And then I can just click on this guy over here and I can paste it here. This is the one from the video. And so that way I can easily go over to my Zoom, which I'm logged into the same account. I go to the same channel chat for this, and I've just pasted this link, and that's how I'll connect with the iPad to the same channel meeting call. Okay guys, so this is our iPad, obviously. We are using this cool iPad dongle, which is going with the HDMI, which is plugged in over there on the wall. I equally have the audio jack, which is going to work with those big speakers up top. This is what we got over here. And now I'm going to jump on the iPad right here. I'm going to log into my Zoom. I'm going to log into my Zoom again. I click on Google. My account's probably already in here. You might have to physically type it out. I'm now going to put in my password. You will not see it this time. So the easiest way to get into your channel calls, go to chats, right? Go to contacts, go to channels, and then click on that test pad. and now your stuff will pop up over here. Now, when I call from my Mac to initiate the Zoom channel call, I will immediately paste the link to that classroom channel right there, and then I just open it up with the iPad, and I'll do that in 2 seconds. Now, you can see I'm down here at the bottom, and this is my other self in the other room. And I'm being projected on the board. So the premise is this is going to be the eyes and ears in the B room. And you can play with this at the bottom in terms of doing some sort of small gallery view as well. But this is your secondary class, and the iPad will stay here. You can hear some people in the other room making some noise, and I can lower the volume as well. Yeah, da. Okay guys, I hope that might work for some of you. It's a solution to try to make a better means out of a complicated scenario. That being said, don't forget, like, that audio is quality. And you're bringing the kids who might be in a different country, who are at home, into both those A and B classrooms simultaneously. So the kids who are physically there, whatever high percentage that is compared to the ones that are home, they're not forgetting about their classmates who aren't there for the face-to-face learning. Not to mention, if for whatever reason you're not feeling that you need to toggle back immediately to field some questions in either A room or B room, that iPad's really nice because kids can approach it, right? It's distant. They don't have to stay 2 meters from that iPad necessarily. But if the audio isn't quality for a kid who might be in the back, you can set up that classroom which allows for some nice distancing and to approach the actual, what is the iPad, so his or her face is quite clear for the kids in the A room, equally for the kids at home, and his or her question is quite audible and intelligible for the other kids who aren't physically in that half of the class. So once again, any questions or concerns with this, just hit me up and I'll be happy to help you with this. Thanks.